fellow human light beings. It is time once again for a live guided interdimensional meditation. And tonight, oops, that's not what I meant to do. And tonight, we are going to reach out to our beautiful and powerful friend, Sekhmet. Astrologically, there's a lot of intense things going on, so there's some reason to this. Astrologically, we have Moon and Sun and Ketu all in the sign of Leo. So Leo is my ascendant in Vedic astrology, so it has a lot of effect on me personally. But Ketu is the gateway to the other world. Ketu is seen from our perspective as death, but it's really a release from the third dimensional matrix. But when we experience Ketu, often it's very challenging and difficult. So the sign of Leo is the ego. It is the personality. It's the king. And it is the sign of the sun. So with the sun in Leo, it means that the ego is in its own house, in its own home. And by ego, I also mean the soul. So it depends on how you're interacting with yourself. And then you have the moon, which is the mind. And so, of course, we've got to be having a new moon. I think that's the only possible where you can have sun and moon in the same house. And then, so that means the mind is dark. The mind is dark. It's in its own, you're in your unconscious, or you're in your, if you're meditative, you're deep in meditation. If you're not meditative, then you could be in your fears or feeling isolated. And then Ketu comes along, and Ketu puts a shadow over all of that. And so the mind and the identity are now being overshadowed by what we perceive as death, but it's actually the highest of spirituality. So we have a window into the other world. Now, there are two strategies for dealing with Ketu and Sun together. One strategy is to go into Ketu, go into that darkness that goes to the other world. Or we can strengthen the sun. And so that, I think, is a better strategy, since Leo is the house of the sun, and the sun is now transiting over her own house there. So we are going to reach out to my favorite solar deity, at least for the moment, which is Sekhmet. She is the eye of Ra, the left eye of Atum, which is the creator, panentheistic creator of the multiverse, according to the ancient Egyptians. And when evil people were rising up against him, he sent off his left eye, which represents his soul, his energy. So Sekhmet is, you could say, Shakti. It's the same word. It means feminine power. So he sent his power to go and deal with the dark forces. And so she's very powerful and very healing, and she also destroys negativity. So this is an opportunity for us to go deep spiritually and internally destroy our negativity, and on the planet, if we want to, we can focus her energy onto the planet and maybe get rid of some bad, evil stuff going on the planet. All right, so I've talked for 5 or 6 minutes because it takes people a little while to show up. Excuse me. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I've been surfing. Florida doesn't get waves very often, and we just had this hurricane go through offshore. So I've just been surfing my brains out. So I'm pretty wiped out and tired. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but we are going to find out together. So if you would please go to your preferred meditative spot in your home, get in your preferred meditative position, and let's go ahead and get started. So do me a favor, inhale very deeply and hold it. And exhale. Once again, inhale very deeply. And exhale. One last time, inhale very deeply. And exhale. Continue breathing long and deep, allowing on the inhale to be bringing powerful spirit energy into your body. On the exhale, condensing that energy and releasing any negativity that doesn't serve you. Allow this powerful breath to eliminate your third dimensional attachments issues. Allow yourself to become connected to your true essence, which is the infinite light within your heart, which is your soul. Let's do the whole breath. We're going to inhale, bringing light energy down through our crown, down to our feet. We're going to exhale, chanting the whole sound, sending this energy deep into the earth. And we're going to inhale that earth energy back up through our feet to the top of our crown. Exhaling, sending this empowered earth energy out into space. So inhale and begin chanting with me. Please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. What I'd like for you to do now is imagine the sun out there in space, beautiful and powerful, shining her loving, beautiful, life-giving rays of light. You can imagine her like the setting sun with a beautiful orange tint. And be aware that this is a representation of your soul, your deepest and truest essence. The essence of your soul is pure bliss, pure, unadulterated bliss, the complete, total essence of being. No distractions, no attachments, just complete explosion of blissful essence of one's true self. Now, as we focus on that, we're going to see a dark, might as well look at it like a black hole, is going to block out the majority of the sun, so you see what looks like a ring of fire around a black empty space. And this black hole creates a portal. So we are going to approach this ring of fire, and our intention is that we are going to go deep into our soul essence with the intention of getting rid of any false spiritual hang-ups, false spiritual projections we might have, any lies we've told ourselves, any need to virtue signal to the world based on our spirituality. We are going to seek out all of those things that are not authentic. So with that in mind, we allow ourselves to be pulled into this black hole. Energy for me is very strong. Getting pulled deeper and deeper into this empty gravitational well of black energy, deeper and deeper and deeper. And then off in the distance I'm seeing a pinpoint of light, and this looks to me as all of the energy is being concentrated into one spot. So ironically, at the very center of this black hole is an infinitely bright white dot. So we're allowing ourselves to fall deeper and deeper into this, getting closer and closer to that white dot. And it seems as though the closer we get, the farther away that dot becomes. And we become aware that that is our projection. The feeling that we can never completely connect to our true spiritual self. And so we simply stop trying, we relax, and then when we do that, this bright white light immediately pulls us to it. So we have to let go of all effort to try and reach it, and then it pulls us to it. And we're being pulled into this bright white light until we're surrounded by it. And when we get there, I am seeing within this white light, there are light beings, extremely concentrated beings of light. We can barely make them out. They seem to be flying around us. So let me see what is supposed to happen next. So listen for the light being that calls out to you the most. You're going to feel an attraction as you see these beings of light flying past you. There's going to be one that you feel an attraction toward, and allow yourself to be magnetically attached to it so it can't escape you. And then that light being is going to pull you into there's going to be a bubble that'll appear in front of you, still surrounded in white light, but you'll see this like bubble appearing in front of you. And this light being is going to pull you into that. So you're in your own little bubble within this bright white area, and there's a light being there, being of pure light, that is sitting down across from you, and you get to have a conversation with this being. So this being is going to want to communicate with you about at least one aspect of your perceived spiritual identity that isn't serving you, is not accurate. So go ahead and spend a moment, and if you need to, mentally ask, show me part of my spiritual identity that is not serving me. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. So, to be as transparent with you as possible, I'll tell you what I was told. I asked, show me the part of my spiritual identity that's not serving me. And what came up was the victim. That I have conflated some aspect of victimization to spirituality. And I know that that is actually very common. Perhaps it came from my Christian upbringing. Who knows? But people really hang on to their victimization. So, please do me a favor and mentally verbalize back to your light being what you saw, felt, and heard. All right, and bring your attention back to the sound of my voice once again. This time, I'd like you to ask your light being guide to reflect back to you a new aspect of your spiritual identity that empowers you. In fact, it's so empowering that it completely explodes and obliterates what you perceive as your blocks. So go ahead and ask, show me my identity that empowers me spiritually. And please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I don't know about you, but the identity that's given back to me, I've heard many times. And I won't lie to you, accepting that identity is challenging and really stretches my ability to Yeah, it just attacks all of my false humility within my human self. So my identity is extremely powerful, having to do with creating the universe, being ruler of earth, all of those things you've heard me talk about before. And really allowing myself to accept that as an identity. So, go ahead and repeat back to your guide what you were told, and then look them in the face and say, I accept my identity, help me to accept it even more. Okay, and now what I'm experiencing is, after saying, I accept it, help me to accept it even more, is I found myself saying that I surrender to this identity. And I felt a lot of power as I said that. And allowing that energy to fill me and explode out of me, destroying my self-imposed limitations on myself, my life, my experience, and my perception of my life. Allowing myself to be surrounded by this light and allowing all possibilities to become instantly available, all probabilities, the ability to shift and create any reality that I choose. So do me a favor, think of something that has been unbelievable for you that you want. Think about something you really want that feels unattainable, unbelievable. And then verbalize this to your light being friend. So do that now. And now ask the light being to empower you to surrender to this and expand into it. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. So if you haven't figured out by now, that bright white light being is none other than your higher dimensional self. It is none other than your true soul. It's the essence, the core, the deepest, most infinite, undying part of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on that, and on the count of 3, you're going to inhale very deeply. You're going to allow this to come in through your third eye, and then it will go down your spinal column into your entire body and nervous system. And you'll hold the energy, and then we'll release it together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And exhale. Allowing the light to continue to expand through your entire self, obliterating and destroying your third dimensional frequency, your third dimensional identity, your fictional avatar, allowing it to completely destroy that. This is a meditation that you can make a daily practice of if you really want to overcome obstacles within yourself. And now imagine that that you are this being of light and you are looking at your 3D avatar that was just here asking for your help. You can allow that to simply disappear, turn to ashes, turn to dust. Now we find ourselves being pulled out of this black hole. We're coming out of this pinpoint of light and we're going out through the black hole once again. And we are exploding into the third dimensional interplanetary space right above Earth, and you are a star exploding into the sky. So imagine yourself expanding, pure light expanding further and further. You are so large that the third dimension cannot hold you. You expand beyond our third dimensional universe, and your essence continues to expand into all of the worlds around you. And in this state, you now see in front of you all of the gods are appearing and lining up in front of you, and they are bowing down before you. You are now the source of all consciousness and energy for all of the gods, whether it be Shiva, Zeus, Thor, Kali. Think of whatever god or goddess you want. They are now in front of you, bowing to the infinite power that is you, the complete and total creator of all reality. You are now the Lord of all universes. Now I would like for you to take a moment and speak to all of the gods and lovingly give them a command to give you every single desire that you have, to give you every single resource that you need, and to give you all of their power to achieve your highest spiritual purpose. Go ahead and do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. All of the gods have heard you, and they must give you what you have asked for. On the count of 3, we're going to inhale, and you are going to inhale all of the gods into your entire body. They will go to different places within your body, and you will be the god of the gods. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Allow this energy to expand within you. Feel the power growing, expanding around you. Decide how you want the world to be. Bring that to your mind. With that concept in your mind of how you would like the world to be, you're now going to see planet Earth in front of you. We're now going to inhale and chant the Huar breath, and when we do, you are going to imagine that as this powerful, bright star, your energy, your light is going to leave your mouth, your third eye, go straight into Earth's atmosphere, and you will transform the Earth into what you just imagined. Going to chant the Huar breath. Inhale and chant with me. Once again. One last time, inhale. And now the earth has begun completely transforming herself into your perfect ideal. The black hole in front of the sun now has begun moving and is moving completely away, and the sun is now shining on the new earth. What you're going to do now is you're going to bring to mind, you're simply going to think to yourself that all of the higher dimensional extraterrestrial light beings and their ships are going to appear in front of you, between you and the earth. So just send out the invitation for them to come and appear before you. You can see more and more light beings and their ships. You are going to send out to them. You are going to ask that they do everything in their power to help you create the new world that you've just breathed into existence. And now, invite these beings and see them, see their connections to their home worlds and to their dimensions, see them expanding even more, and you're now able to see that they are ambassadors for the entire multiverse, all of the civilizations, all of the planets, all of the dimensions. These extraterrestrial beings are the ambassadors of all of those other civilizations. And now you can see an innumerable amount of powerful conscious beings that are connected to these extraterrestrials who are now here surrounding Earth. And you are now going to invite all of them to come and visit you on planet Earth, both in this frequency and in the higher frequency. Give them your official invitation to become citizens of the new Earth. And now please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We're now going to focus on planet Earth. We're going to allow ourselves now to concentrate our perceptions so that we can enter back into Earth's atmosphere. We allow ourselves to go down into Earth's atmosphere. We go down further and further towards the Earth. We can see our continent that we live on. We can see the country we live in. Closer and closer, we can see the state. We can see the city. We can see our neighborhood. And there is your home. Allow yourself to very gently go through the roof and enter your physical body very gently. Now, with your physical eyes closed, look up through your crown. See this energetic portal you've created that allows for beings of all higher dimensions to enter our Earth's atmosphere. Send out once again an invitation to all conscious beings of light to come to Earth, to visit with you, and to be a part of our society. All right, and now on the count of 3, you can open your eyes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, open. Now that you're in your 3D conscious mind, you're still at a high frequency. You are simply going to either verbally or mentally ask, who is here with you? And now ask, do you have anything you would like to say? Okay, so we're going to end the live stream here. I encourage you to continue with your meditation and your communication with your light being friends. And then when you're ready, go ahead and do all the normal things to ground yourself. And don't do anything too heavy after this. All right? That's it, my friends. I love you all. Thank you so much. Please be very good to yourselves, and I shall see you very soon.